Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a little review here on a new launch from Huda Beauty. So Huda Beauty has a new collection out today. It's called the Lovefest collection, and I bought a little palette here that we're going to be talking about today, but I did quickly want to go over some of the other items in the collection because there is a few things and I only have this. So the first thing that I saw sneak peeked, I thought was just going to be a perfume. So Kayali, which is Huda's sister's brand, and you can buy them all on the Huda Beauty website and on Sephora. They make a ton of different perfumes. You guys know I love perfume, so I was super curious about this new scent they had coming out called Lovefest Burning Cherry, because I love sweet gourmands and it was described as a gourmand. I love cherry scents, so I was just like really excited to get my hands on that. But then a couple of days ago, Trend Mood kind of showed up with this whole new collection coming out. So we just found out about this and now it's already available. I picked up the little palette at my Sephora, but my Sephora does not carry the Kayali fragrances, so I did not get the perfume today, but it's actually I think coming tomorrow or the next day, so I will definitely let you guys know my thoughts on that. This is kind of a collab collection between Huda and her sister Mona, who haven't actually had a collab. Like their perfumes have never kind of run in with the makeup, so that's kind of cool. But I really loved this palette when I saw it sneak peeked and I wanted to get my hands on it. I'm a huge fan of Huda palettes. It did remind me of something which I'll get into a little bit later, but I definitely wanted to try this one out and see what it's all about. So this is the Lovefest eyeshadow palette in the collection, which looks like this. So it has this fun, I guess you would call it like kind of a holographic packaging where it almost looks 3D and you can like move it around. Huda always has some really fun packaging. And then these are your shades, so it's kind of a warm orangey purple eyeshadow palette. Retails for $29, is part of their mini line. I'll go ahead and swatch this one for you. I must say I was actually very impressed with the swatches. They were ultra creamy, the mattes were amazing, and then the shimmers were super beautiful, very opaque. I didn't have any issues swatching, so I was really excited to try this on the eyes as well, but I thought they swatched beautifully. The formula seems really nice. These are made in China, by the way. I think the bigger palettes are usually made in Italy, but I was impressed with those swatches, I must say. So that is a look at the palette. I do have it on my eyes. I'm going to be sharing how I got this look. We're going to be testing out the formulas and seeing if it's any good. But I also just wanted to mention there is a couple more items in the collection that did not launch with the whole Sephora launch, but it is on Huda's website. There's two ultra creamy blushes that have the little love logo in them, and I definitely want to pick one of those up, so I think I'm just going to order that on the Huda site. I'm super curious in trying out this formula because I don't think Huda has done cream blushes like this. They've done the stick ones, but not like in a pan like this, so I'm really excited about those. There's like a more pinky color and a more orangey color. There's also a brown life liner from their Quick and Easy liner and their original mascara with just different packaging. That is on Huda's website. There's also a limited edition like lip quad thing where you can get 4 little mini shades of like their liquid lipsticks. It looks like maybe some of those are glosses as well, so kind of a little duo there. I'm not sure why those are not on Sephora or if they are coming. Sometimes Huda has separate stuff that never comes to Sephora. But that is kind of a look at the full collection, and then of course the perfume, which I'm so excited to try because it sounds amazing. I'll probably let you guys know about that one tomorrow, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into this eyeshadow palette and try it on, and then I'll let you guys know my thoughts at the end. Okay guys, I was really impressed with the swatches of this one. Let's see how it applies on the eyes. So I always love to start with one of my little small brushes here. I'm actually using my BK Beauty. This is a collab brush with Angie Hot and Flashy, the A502, and this is a great one if you guys have like smaller eyes, hooded eyes, to really get in the crease. So we're gonna take this and we'll do a little bit of this light kind of peach color and blend this in the crease area. Really great pigment with this one. So I'm just doing a very light layer and we're gonna deepen it up. So let's actually take this brighter peach here and see what this will do. That kind of makes it look a little more, it's like a true peach basically, or like orange. once we kind of got that all blended, we'll go in with a little bigger brush, BK Beauty 202 here. We'll do a little bit of this dark purple. I feel like the quality of this little palette seems great to me. I know sometimes they aren't quite as good as their bigger palettes, but I don't know, these seem pretty nice to me. I don't know if they might have worked on the formula, because I know their last little palette launch I feel like didn't go so well, the color block ones. So maybe they have been trying to improve the formula of these little ones and making it more close to the original palettes. So I'm just kind of building up this darker color, getting it blended here, and making sure it's all opaque and not really see-through. Since our first layer did look a little bit see-through, but I'm going to use a little bit of this color in my lower lash line. I'm just using that same brush that still had on the orange, so they might get a little bit of that in there as well. Okay, next I'm going to take the marbled shadow. This one looks almost identical to one that's in the Naughty Nudes palette, and it's one of my favorites. And I'm just going to spread this on the lid with my finger. I always use my finger when it comes to the Huda shimmers. So with the marble shadow, this one is kind of a purpley pink, and it does have a sheen to it. It's not a glitter, it's just more of an iridescence. I might use a brush just to get the very inner part, because I feel like whenever I try to, my nails are a little bit too long that it like smudges. So we're just gonna do it this way. And then we'll do some glitter on top. So let's actually use this kind of pinky purple glitter and just place that right on top of the lid. I feel like this look definitely matches with the perfume that just launched today too. It's such a pretty, definitely dark cherry kind of look. And then I'm just taking my same brush we used on the outer corner and just blending a little bit more there. So I think that's what we're gonna do for the eyes today. We used quite a bit of colors in the palette, and I didn't really have any issues with any of the colors, which is awesome. So let me finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts here and some comparisons. So I have to say, overall, I am really impressed with the formula here. This, I feel like it's like the best one that they've done formula-wise. Just I feel like they really nailed the creamy mattes, the gorgeous shimmers in here. They all swatched great, and they applied awesome on the eyes. I did have to build up this darker kind of purpley brown just to deepen it up in the outer corner, but that was really the only thing I had to work with. But I thought it blended out really well. It wasn't like super patchy, or it didn't feel dry or anything like that. And then the shimmers are gorgeous. So looking at the color scheme, it looked a little familiar to me, so I wanted to go ahead and compare it to some of the other palettes from Huda I have in my personal collection. So I went ahead and dived into my Huda Beauty palette collection, and I went in, did some swatching, and I definitely think the Naughty, like I thought, is going to be the most similar to the Sky, and I feel like you probably don't need both. Now, this is one of my favorite palettes from Huda, so I actually don't mind having a little mini version of it for like travel and stuff, and just having a more compact kind of palette, but you can definitely get very similar looks in here. So here is the swatches of the Lovefest palette, and then down here is my Naughty Nudes. Now the only one I did not get from Naughty Nudes is this one, so ignore that. This is actually, I just wanted to compare my Huda Quartz Rose Quartz palette. That's what this purple is from. It's from the Rose Quartz. So there is not a matchable sparkle purple to go with Lovefest in the Naughty Nudes, but the other shades I could find almost exact matches for, including almost exact match for the marbled shadow. I would say your most kind of unique things in here is this palette has a lot more brighter oranges than anything I have in my Huda collection currently. I do not have every single palette from them, but I do have quite a bit. And then of course this like more melony pink is a little bit more unique, and the glitters are also a little more unique as well, because I had to pull in from a couple other palettes. And then this pink in here was different than the one in here for sure. I thought they were going to match up a little bit better. You guys can get basically the same looks with these, I feel like. So if you have the big naughty nudes, you probably don't need this little one. Now, as I mentioned, to kind of find this little purple sparkle shade here, I actually dove into the Rose Quartz palette, which is quite a bit different. This is a lot cooler. So those two really aren't similar at all, but I did use this purple to kind of match up with the one in the Lovefest, and they were pretty similar, I would say, swatched together. I thought I would show these two next to each other. This is Lovefest next to the chocolate brown Obsessions. I feel like they have warm browns, but this one definitely has more orange, and it's just a deeper purple going on here. And also next to the Wild Jaguar. These are pretty different as well. As you can see, this one's a lot more cooler tone, a little more smoky. I did want to show you guys also, if you guys were thinking about picking up the Better Than Chocolate palette, I would actually go for this Huda one over the Better Than Chocolate from Too Faced. But I wanted to show you the color stories because they were a little bit similar, just in the warm neutrals and then purples here. But obviously this has more orange, but I feel like this palette has a much better quality than the Too Faced one personally. So those were the palettes that kind of popped in my head as maybe being a little similar. If you have those in your collection, you guys know I always love to do a little comparison. But yeah, I think the main takeaway is just how similar it really is to the Naughty Nudes. But overall, this was a really great palette. I loved playing with this one. I think it's gorgeous. I think the overall look fits the theme very well. It matches with the perfume and the whole collection. I really want to get my hands on those blushes. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and get this up since it just launched to see if you guys were interested in it. I'll have it linked down below, and any of the other products. I'll link the perfume as well, but stay tuned. Maybe I'll do a mini review, like a shorts video even on YouTube tomorrow with my review of the perfume. If it does come tomorrow, we will see, but I cannot wait to try it. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.